Hey guys, welcome back to Ignite Fitness. Hope you're all feeling great and ready to crush another workout. Today's workout is all about strengthening and building muscles in our back. So what we need for today's workout is a variety of weights, anything from light to heavy, whatever you have in your arsenal, bring it out for today's workout. Make sure you have water on hand, something comfy for underneath your feet. Let's get to it, guys. Today we're actually going to use breath work, so there's no timer for this one. So make sure your bodies are nice and warm, and we're going to jump straight in. I'm going to have a quick sip of water because I'm already getting dry mouth from talking. Our first move, we're going to go straight into a classic bent over row. So pick up something reasonable, something that's going to challenge you, okay? We're going to take a weight in both hands, drawing the belly in, feet hip width apart. We're going to hinge at the hip, keeping everything locked in tight, and we're just going to roll those weights up, keeping the elbows locked towards the sides, taking the elbows straight back. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Row it back. Take your time here. Really focus on that squeeze. Mind to muscle. Where are you trying to work? You're trying to work your back, right? So focus on that feeling as it squeezes at the top. Here's 7. We're gonna go for 16. So halfway through. Breathe. Keep the gaze out in front of you. 4 to go, guys. 4, 3, 2, last one here. Draw it up. Beautiful. Rest the weights down. Take a little break. Grab a sip of water if you need it. We'll move into our second move. Woo, feeling intense already. Beautiful. All right. Grabbing either one heavy weight or 2 lighter weights. We're going to go into a lat pull down. You're taking the weight up and over on your back, planting those feet. We're going to take the weight overhead just before it touches the ground and squeeze it back up. Focusing on, I'm just going to put my weight down. Don't repeat what I'm doing, guys. Just focusing on these muscles right here, those lat muscles. This is where you want to feel it. Your core is also going to work a lot here, stabilizing you. Take the weight up. 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Keep that belly drawn in tight, low back, pressed against the mat. Beautiful. And on the next round, if you are only using one weight, just make sure that you change what hand is over which hand. We've got 10 here. 5 more. Sorry, 6 more. Breathe. Exhale on the lift. Here's 3. Come on, guys. You can do this. 2. Last one. Beautiful. Drop the weight to your side. Place it down safely before rolling up. But take your time here, guys. We are doing a focused workout. It's all about the back, so it is going to fatigue faster than if we were doing like back and biceps or chest and triceps, right? It's all about the back today. Take a breath. When you're ready, pick up your weights. We're going back to that bent over row. Beautiful. Feet hip width apart. We're going to shift those hips back. Draw that belly in, keeping the gaze out nice and in front of you. 3, 2, 1. Draw those elbows back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're halfway. Give me a little hang time at the top. Two more, you got this. Come on, guys. Last one, and rest it down. Beautiful. I know this can be a challenge, especially when we're doing the higher rep work, higher volume workouts, and still testing our bodies, still pushing our limits. It's gonna burn, those muscles are gonna fatigue. Beautiful, coming down onto the mat. Take your 2 lighter weights or 1 heavy weight and prep your lat pull over. So planting the feet, rolling back slowly. Let's take that weight up overhead. Find that strong position. Press that low back into the mat. 3, 2, 1. Take it overhead. Tap and squeeze it up. Here's 8, guys. We're halfway through this round. Are you feeling your abs yet? Make sure to exhale on that lift. 4 to go. Here's 2. Last one. Over and drop it down. Beautiful. Set that weight out of your way. Taking a little break from the weights. We're gonna come onto our belly. Coming into a little back extension work. So obviously my weights are in the way. Yours shouldn't be. I'm working on limited space. All right, guys, taking the hands out in front, keeping the chest pressed into the mat. Plant those feet. We're going to lift the upper body and lower. And as we do, I want you to keep those glute muscles active. Squeezing them to protect the lumbar spine, the low back. Squeeze up. Trying to bring those biceps by the ears. Beautiful. Working that whole posterior chain with this one. Give me 2 more like this. Lower it down and lift. Lower. Beautiful, guys. Shift it on up. Come back up to standing. Picking up a reasonably heavy set of weights again. We're going to come into a reverse grip row. So this time we're taking the weights out in front of us like this. Palm is facing out. Again, we're shifting those hips back, drawing the belly in. We're going to row up, chuckling a little bit higher in the back this time. 3, 2, 1. Roll it up and down, going for 16. Squeeze everything, guys. Focus on that squeeze. We got 6 to go. Breathe through it. Last one here. Beautiful. Put the weights safely away from you. Before we go into back extension, grab a quick sip of water. You're doing amazing, guys. Down onto the mat. Walk those hands out, feet out. Take the hands out in front of you. Once again, pressing the tops of those quadriceps into the mat. Focus the feet on the floor. 3, 2, 1. Lift and squeeze. And what are we squeezing here? Yes, we're squeezing that upper back, the upper body's lifting, but our glutes are squeezing. They're supporting us. They're keeping the low back safe. They're keeping the lower body pressed into the mat. Take your time on these. Feel everything squeeze. 4 to go. Down, 2 more. Last one here. Lift and squeeze and release it down. Beautiful. Shifting the hips back. If you need to take a second and release some pressure on the back, like a child's pose, go for it. Easy roll with creating a little space. Pick up your weights. We're back to that reverse grip row. Making sure that you're picking your weights up safely. You're bending your knees. Again, always protecting that low back. Feet hip width apart, belly drawn in tight. Shift those hips and let's row it up. Squeeze. This is 10, guys. We got 6 more like this, and this one's done. Here's 4. Squeeze 3. Now 2. Last one, guys. Big squeeze, and release it down. Beautiful. Set those weights out of the way. Grabbing the lightest set in your arsenal. I'm going to go for 10s for this one. Bring those weights center. Grab a quick sip of water if you need. We're coming down to the mat. We've got a Renegade Row. This looks like we're up in high plank for this one. We're going to set the weights shoulder width apart. We're going to come up into a nice high plank. If you need to take the feet wide for a bigger base of support, you can do that. We're going to take those weights, draw them up, plant it down, opposite side, draw them up. We've got 16 in this one. 8 on each side. Here we go, guys. 3, up into high plank. 2, 1, row it up. Focusing on not rocking the hips here. Draw that elbow back, but everything else stays parallel. Breathe through it. We're already halfway through this one. Here's 10. Last one here. Beautiful. Drop to your knees. Don't be afraid to play around with your weights, guys. If something's not working, if it feels too light, pause the video, grab a heavier weight. If it feels too heavy, pause the video, grab a lighter weight. If it becomes just too much to use the weights at all, just use your arms. Draw that up. And if that becomes too much, just hold the high plank. There's always something that we can do, guys, to keep our workouts effective so that we don't have to give up. All right? Sticking with those light weights, we're going to come into a rear delt fly. So this time, we've got the lighter weights in our hands. We're hinging at the hips, locking that belly in. We're just flying those weights out. We've got 16 in total. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Fly them up and down like you're squeezing a pencil between those shoulder blades. Those weights are just coming up to shoulder height. We're working that longer length of lever. So don't be discouraged if you have to go with lighter weights for this one. 4 to go. 4, 3, 2. Last one here. Beautiful. Drop the weights, grab your water. All right. So you can feel where you're working, right? You're working this whole area here when you're working those rear delts. There's a lot of muscles in the back. It takes a lot of different movements to hit them all. All right, back down into the mat for our Renegade Rows. Remember all the modifying options that you guys can do. Think about it as you move through these 16 reps. Up into that high plank. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's row it up. Keeping that gaze out in front of the mat. You're not looking down at your toes. You're not looking down at your weights even. You know what you're doing. Here's 10, guys. 6 to go. We're not rocketing those hips. Last 2, and 1, and rest it down. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love those ones. I feel like, you know, like compared to the rows where we're using heavier weights, even doing these Renegade rows, lighter weights, but that heart rate just shoots up. Now we're working multiple muscle groups at the same time. All right, back up for real Delt Flies. We're nearly through this workout, guys. You're doing amazing. Draw the belly button in tight. Get ready to shift the hips back. Everything's locked and loaded. 3, 2, 1. Flying those weights up. Squeezing that pencil between the shoulder blades. Exhale on the lift. This is 8, we're halfway through. 4 to go. 4, 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. Set those weights out of the way. Coming on down to our mat, last move. Little bonus. Roll these completely out of my way. We're gonna come into another back extension variation. This time we're gonna take our arms like goalposts, just like you'd see in a football field. Nice wide goalpost arm. We're gonna lift the chest, press them out, drop back in, and drop it down. Here we go, guys. We're gonna go for 16 in total. 3, 2, 1. Goalpost up. Press it forward, in, and down. Up, forward, in, and down. You can hear I'm using little exhales through each of these movements. We're here for a while, guys. That's 5. That's 8, we're halfway through. Strong back, guys, you got this. Squeeze those booty cheeks. Keep that low back protected. There shouldn't be any extra pressure. 3 to go. Last 2. And 1. Press it out, in, and drop. Beautiful, guys. Press into those hands, shifting everything back into a child's pose. Release some pressure here. Beautiful. And we'll shift the hips forward, taking one hand underneath the opposite, coming into a little threading the needle. Reading some space in the upper back, through the rear delt. Shifting, other side, thread the needle. And we'll shift once again, planting the hands on the mat, coming into a little cat-cow. So we're going to exhale, release the tummy, look up towards the sky. Inhale around, our back coming in through cat. Breathing into that space. Once again, dropping the belly, looking towards the sky, lifting the chin. Exhale, cat. Round it, round it, round it. Play around with it. Find a little more space. Rock forward and back. Beautiful. And we'll come up to standing. One more quick stretch. Taking the legs out nice and wide, dropping those hips, placing the hands on the inside of the thigh. We're just going to alternate, pressing the palm into the inner thigh, releasing through the shoulder and upper back. Walk those feet in, little lateral side bend on either side. Beautiful, guys. Shake it out. You did amazing today. I hope you enjoyed this workout. If you'd like to see more like it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys.